While driving, a woman suddenly realized there was no car in front of the vehicle ahead of her. Instead, a tow truck was blocking the road and slowing traffic. Furious, she stepped on the gas and zoomed past it.
Idiots!
Her best friend also taunted the tow truck by flipping it off. She thought that would be the end of it. But less than 2 minutes later, the tow truck honked angrily and gave chase. This left Annie completely speechless, so she decided to pass the truck and shake it off for good. But when the truck saw Annie trying to pass, it actually started changing lanes too, deliberately slowing down to block her path. Annie instantly realized she was dealing with a road rage driver. For safety's sake, Annie had no choice but to slow down. Just then, a small side road appeared ahead. Her chance had come, and floored the gas pedal, and quickly overtook the truck on the side road. But unexpectedly, the truck driver, acting like a madman, honked his horn and charged after them from behind, realizing they had truly run into a troublesome driver this time, and had no choice but to turn the steering wheel and pull the car over to a rest area by the roadside. They planned to wait until the tow truck had driven far enough away before continuing on their way, so they went into the restaurant. However, to their utter surprise, just as they finished ordering, they discovered that the tow truck was now parked right by the roadside. Seeing that there was no driver in the cab, and instantly realized that the tow truck driver might also be in this restaurant, after spotting a man who seemed a bit off, and immediately walked up to him to apologize. But the man didn't recognize Anne at all, and even called her a lunatic. The man stormed out angrily. But he wasn't the tow truck driver. He was the driver of a small car parked next to the tow truck. Just as Anne and her friend were sinking into disappointment, the tow truck suddenly belched thick smoke and began to start up. They rushed out of the restaurant to confront him and get to the bottom of things. Just then, the truck driver accelerated away from the service area. As they watched the truck grow increasingly distant from the service area, they realized they might have overreacted. Perhaps the truck driver hadn't meant them any harm. They got back in their car and hit the road again, but soon witnessed a terrifying sight. The truck was chasing them from behind. As the truck revved its engine and barreled toward them, the friends had no choice but to floor the gas pedal, no matter how fast they drove. The tow truck stayed right on their tail. Just then, one of their tires blew out. The next second, the tow truck crashed into their car, then swerved and passed them on the side. After watching the truck gradually drive away, and got out of the car to change the spare tire. Just then, her friend realized with horror that the terrifying truck had reappeared in the distance and was turning back toward them. They had no choice but to panic and hide in the bushes, but unexpectedly, the next second, Anne tripped over a rock on the ground and suffered a severe blow to the head. When Anne finally woke up from her unconsciousness, she discovered her best friend was nowhere to be found. Realizing her friend must have met with a terrible fate, and hurriedly set off again, only to find the trailer waiting for her just ahead, and had no choice but to step on the gas and drive forward. In this desolate, uninhabited area, her phone had no signal the entire time, as she spotted a road sign with a phone icon up ahead, and drove her car into some bushes to hide. Sure enough, when the trailer passed by, it didn't spot her. Watching the tow truck gradually fade into the distance, and walked over to a nearby phone booth, and tried to call the police for help, but the phone wasn't even connected to power, and had no choice but to give up on calling the police, and decided to wait until the tow truck was far away before driving on. Exhausted, she fell asleep in the car. When she woke up again, it was already nighttime, and set off once more. She thought she wouldn't run into the tow truck driver again, but soon she arrived at a rest stop, seeing that someone was still on duty there, and rushed to the phone booth and dialed the police. Before she could even get through, the tow truck crashed into the phone booth. And jumped into her car and sped away from the rest stop. Before long, that terrifying tow truck caught up again, constantly ramming into the back of her car, and had no choice but to keep accelerating forward. It was only then that Anne realized the tow truck driver was truly a cold-blooded hunter, following her like a ghost.